How's it going, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? It is Boosted here, bringing you another Need for Speed 2015 video. And yes, this is my favourite car. If you've been following me on Twitter recently, you probably already know that this video was going to happen, but they recently updated the game and they've added a bunch of new cool stuff, including Snapshot Pro, which I haven't even got a chance to do, but we'll probably delve into that at some point today and you'll see me take the world's worst photo. But yeah, they've also added the best thing ever in this game. They have added LED taillights for the Supra. I'm not even lying, that is literally the highlight of this update. I love LED taillights, and on the Supra, it is literally a dream come true. So yeah, this is the Supra. Of course, everyone knows this is a Supra. This is indeed my favourite car. If you didn't know that, then, well, I don't quite know how you didn't know that, because I give off signals every fucking minute of the day. But yeah, this is my favourite car, and the last time we did a video on the Supra on my channel was, I think, when I was actually playing the beta of Need for Speed 2015. I didn't really delve too much into the customization, and I didn't actually make it look like I really want my Supra to look like in real life. So what we're going to do today is properly go ham on the customization options, and it is going to be sick. So if you go ahead to enjoy the video, please do make sure to leave a like down below, greatly appreciated, and obviously make sure you subscribe if you are not already. But without further ado, I think it's about time. We're going to go outside, we're going to go for a little drive, because I want to see what the Supra feels like completely stock, and then we can also probably play with the Snapshot. So we are out here in Ventura Bay with the Toyota Supra, and I haven't played this game for like 2 weeks, so it feels good to jump back in my favourite car. And the reason I love this car so much is just because of that engine. It sounds good, it is extremely capable, it is a 326 horsepower 2JZ GTE, it comes stock with twin turbos, which is just, I mean, come on, like, if you have a car that comes stock with twin turbos, you know you're doing it right. The Nissan GTR comes stock with twin turbos, and who doesn't love one of those? So yeah, the 2JZ GTA is comfortably able of hitting at least 1,000 plus horsepower, and you can even sit on a stock transmission in one of these babies on around 900 before you need to start upgrading stuff, and it is a really capable car indeed. They've done a very good job, Toyota, and I hate to see the new Toyota Supra, even though it's called the FT1. I really hope that is not going to be the new Supra, because it just doesn't reminisce like this thing. I mean, look at it, it's so beautiful. But anyways, back to the video. We're going to be doing a little customization video. I'm going to be showing off some of the new features in the update video, and obviously I'm going to be putting some LED taillights on this bad boy, because I mean who doesn't like LED taillights? So here we are in the customization options for the Toyota Supra, and the first thing I want to show you real damn quick is the option to now change your license plate holders and the backgrounds. It's pretty cool. So you can change the frame, as you can see here. You can go for a bunch of different ones, and yeah, there's a few, they're all kind of similar, but you can still damn change it, which is very good. They added that in this recent update, and I'm just going to go ahead and add that one because it says haters gonna hate. That's pretty much me in a nutshell. And then you can also change the background to make it whatever you like, and it is just so cool. Although they're only tiny little things, it still gives you that little bit more to personalize with your car, and it makes you connect with your car a little bit more, hence why they only have a 5-car garage, even though you could fit way more than 5 cars in this fucking garage. What are you doing, Need for Speed? So yeah, what I'm going to be doing today is making this car my dream car. I'm not going to be going through all the customization options, because, I mean, I want to just make my dream car. So the first thing I need to do is not do that. I need to do this. Here we go. This is the moment of truth. Boom. Oh my days. Can we just take a minute to see how I mean, they don't look too good right now, and that's because the rims aren't quite, you know, they're not quite there, but still, that is just perfect. I love the LED taillights so damn much. Now, the next thing we need to do is put that TRD spoiler on. Where you at, boy? Where you at? This TRD spoiler fits the car so well. And yes, look at it, it's already looking beautiful. Now, obviously, we need to put a big fuck off exhaust on the Supra. If you haven't seen a Supra before in real life, you will know that you can fit about 3.5 babies in the exhaust pipe. Look at it, it's huge, it's amazing, and it makes lots of good noises. The next thing I want to do is add myself one of those really nice little front splitters. I don't know where they are. There they are. That is beautiful. I wish I could paint it, but the carbon is going to do just fine, because I think the car's going to be going black anyway, so it won't be making too much of a difference. Now, I'm not doing anything to the front fenders. I'm not a big fan. I'm not doing anything to the rear fenders. I'm not going to be adding a side skirt. This is pretty much how the car is going to look, more or less, and we're just going to lower it, and we're going to make it look beautiful. But obviously, we have to quickly change the rims. Now, in terms of rim choice, I'm going with the raised TE37Vs. They're kind of like slightly more deep dish, slightly smaller versions of the TE37s, and they're going to fit this car very well indeed. And the colour I'm actually going for is not going to be something that you probably see on an everyday Supra, but I am going to absolutely love it. It's basically that weird kind of matte, kind of finished gold. I'm not really too sure what to call it, but it's basically a matte gold finish, and it looks really good. And once it goes with the black, it is going to look sick. So here's what I've done to the rims. They are raised TE37Vs. I've got them on all 4, obviously, because we don't want like different front and back rims. That's just odd. Unless you're a drifter, then that's cool, but we are not drifting today, so we're going to be keeping them all the same. But yeah, the colour I've gone for is a little bit weird, and you may have seen it on a few cars before, and you know it looks good when the car goes black. It's kind of a weird satin browny. It's a weird colour. It's like a dark gold colour, but it looks really good when the car goes all black. So hold it out. Don't start shouting and throwing things at the screen yet. Wait till I finish the car. It's going to look good. Now what I need to do really quickly is change the brake discs, because I don't know if you've seen that they are kind of a little bit rusty. Yeah, they're just a tad. I mean, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to stop properly, so I'm gonna make them nice and big. There we go. That looks a lot better. As for the brake calipers, I'm going to make them black just because that way they're going to fit a little bit better with the car. I don't want any red pieces randomly sticking out, especially on the back. They don't look very good, so I'm going to need to really quickly change that as well. Now I'm also going to add some Toyo tires onto the car. They have the Toyo tires thing on the tire wall. How many times did I just say tires? I said it like 5 times. But yeah, I think they look good, and they're going to separate the black and the gold from the actual black color of the car, so that's going to look good. So far this car is looking pretty snazzy. All we need to do now pretty much is mess with the stance a little bit, make sure we're not T-marting this shit up, because we don't want to be doing that. That is a bad idea. And then we can go ahead and color and add some pretty cool decals. And then I can show you another cool little update that has come through in Need for Speed. Okay, so we want the ride height all the way down to the bottom, and then all we want to do is make sure the track width is not looking stupid as fuck. We want to make sure the car is nice and beefy, has the rims as spaced out as possible without it looking dumb, and I think that's actually about right, that you want them poking out a little bit, but not too much to the point where it looks silly, and I think they look just about right. So there we go, that's what the car is looking like at the moment, and it is just beautiful. But what we need to do now is go ahead into the paint booth and find out what we want to do with the color. So before I even get into the paint color that I'm going for, which is probably going to be a black of some sort and then a bunch of decals and stuff, we can go into the paint and wrap library. Yes, the wrap library is basically a bunch of trending community wraps that you can add to your car. So as you can see here, you can add Paul Walker's Fast and Furious wrap, you can add all sorts of stuff, and I can bet you right now that you've probably got JV Pennant's wrap somewhere here, because he just makes some stupidly good wraps, so he's probably got some pretty decent stuff on here. You've also got Slapjack's Too Fast Too Furious design. You've got a bunch of shit to choose from, and some of these designs are by really talented people. Like, honestly, I could never make designs this good. It is insane at what people can fucking do with this game, so I'm not even going to begin to try. All I'm going to do is make my car look nice and cool, and that's going to be the end of it. But yeah, as you can see, you can add a bunch of community wraps onto your vehicles. Now, you don't even have to try. It's basically like the storefront on Forza Motorsport, which is a-okay for me. It looks pretty damn cool. Anyways, getting onto the wrap that I will be going for today, it is going to be a nice subtle black color like that. We're going to mess with the color a little bit, because obviously we don't want it to be exactly like that, but yeah, in a nutshell, we're going to make it look nice and black, and the car is looking so mean right now. So here is what the car is basically going to look like. I'm going to stick a few decals on the windows and stuff like that to make it look a little bit better, make the colors pop out a little bit more, but yeah, in a nutshell, this thing looks like a stealth fire. It looks so sick, and hopefully now you realize why I went with these slightly kind of weird tanny gold rails, because they fit the car when the car goes all black, and it makes it look extremely angry, and those LED tail lights are going to look so good when they're turned on. And obviously we've got the huge fuck off fart cannon on the back of the car, because that's what you got to do with a Supra. But yeah, hopefully you guys like what I've done with the car so far. This is pretty much what I would make my dream Supra look like, or I'd probably just have like a bunch of them and I just change them every day. That's probably what I do. So yeah, this is the completed product of the Supra. We haven't even upgraded the engine yet. We'll get to that in a minute, but basically the only thing I did was add a Speed Hunters logo on the back window there, and I added a Sideworks logo on the other side, and that is literally all I did. I did nothing. I was going to put loads of stuff on, but I thought no, it needs to be black, it needs to look stealthy as fuck, and that is what I've done. This is what my dream Supra would look like, more or less. It looks so good. Now, getting into the engine performance, we do have 222 horsepower. Again, I'm not too sure why. I'm not exactly, like, it should be 326 or around that area anyway, at least 300, but for some reason it's not, so I'm not too sure why. 0 to 60 is still 6.3, which is just fucking amazing. That really, that's pretty good. So yeah, what we're going to do is upgrade the entire car, make it 1,000 horsepower. Of course, you have to have an 1,000 horsepower Supra. That's just how it works. And then we're going to get onto Ventura Bay, go for a little drive, and I can show you guys the new Snapshot Pro mode, which is awesome.
2 hours later.
Okay, there we go. The car is completely upgraded. We have 1,100 horsepower. The 0 to 60 is now 2.69 seconds, which is beyond me. That is crazy. Top speed of 227 miles an hour, and a quarter mile time of 9.46 seconds. So we do indeed have a at least 10-second Supra. So Dominic Toretto, you're going down again. This is awesome. I spent at least 100k on that build, but it's good because it's the Supra, and I just want to keep one of these in my garage forever. So yeah, we're not going to do anything too much to the handling. I'm literally just going to slide it a little bit more towards grip, because I'm not really too sure if I want to be drifting this thing, because I'll end up in a church or something, and I'll end up halfway up a tree, and I don't really want to do that. So what we're going to do is get outside, and we're going to drive around, and it's going to be awesome, and then we're going to check out the new Snapshot Pro mode. Okay, so we are out in Ventura Bay with my 1,100 horsepower Toyota Supra. It looks like an absolute beast, and the first thing that I noticed when I came out, I haven't showed you yet, I'm going to show you right now, is the LED tail lights. Look how cool they look. I mean, as much as I like the little circle LED, like halo lights that you normally have on the Supra, the complete LED lights look so much better. That is probably the first thing I'm going to get for my Supra. They just make the car look so angry, and it makes it look like a new car. And obviously you can never get over the sound of a Toyota Supra. Even in this game, it still sounds pretty true to real life. It is pretty damn awesome.
A few moments later.
Okay, I may have to slow down. I'm not too sure what I did. And you smashed in. What are you doing? Now that reminded me of one more thing they did add to this game recently, and that is something to do with the petrol stations. But before I go into the petrol station, I need to do this real quick. Oh dear, I've smashed my car up. What am I doing? But yeah, basically on this game, you can now repair your car by going through a petrol station. So let me actually find the correct way to go in. This probably isn't the correct way, but I don't care. I'm in a Supra. I can do what I want. But yeah, you can drive through it and it will refresh your car and it makes it look all nice and sexy. So yeah, that is another thing they've added in this game so far. It is pretty damn cool. That's a police car. Let's slow down. Now, as I haven't played this game for a while, I quickly need to just slow down and just have a listen to the turbo again because it's just amazing, okay? It's just amazing. Just shush, just shush. Anyways, getting into the snapshot pro mode, I'm going to find a nice little area that's somewhat lit. This is good enough, stuff it. So basically what you do is you press start, and then you go down to here where it says jump carriage, and you go to the snapshot pro mode, and boom, you can literally take a picture of what's happening right now in the game. It is a live action camera. It's pretty damn cool, to be honest. It is pretty sick, and you can have basically all sorts of things. You can have filters, you can have effects. It's pretty advanced, I'm not going to lie, and this is pretty much what we've all wanted for Need for Speed, because I know for a fact that we were all pretty disappointed with the way you took screenshots in this game. You just pressed RS, depending on your console. I think it's RS as well, actually, on PS4. I think it is anyway. But yeah, it was pretty terrible. But this is now just absolutely sick, and it is as well for us content creators, because we can now create the sickest thumbnails of all time. And look at those LED tail lights. So now you can really get up close and personal with your car. You can see every little detail to do with the car. Like, look how good that looks. That is some serious shit right there. I'm pretty sure this game runs on the Frostbite 3 engine, so obviously the game is going to look beautiful when you get up and close with all of the little details. Even the LEDs, okay, they're a little bit pixelated, but I'm going to give Need for Speed that one just because they added it. I don't even care. Yeah, you can change the pitch, you can change the yaw, you can zoom in, you can zoom out, and if you press X, if you're on Xbox One, you can go to effects, you can add presets and all sorts. Like, what the fuck? But yeah, you can add presets, you can do all sorts of things. You can add the strength to them, so you know if you don't want them to be too bad, you can do that. It's kind of like an Instagram thing. And then if you press RB, you can even change the exposure, change the chromatic aberration. I have no idea what half of this shit does. All I like to do is change the depth of field, because then it makes everything else blurry besides the beautiful Supra, and that's all that needs to happen. So here is a nice picture of my Supra so far. So basically you can just change the bodywork damage. If you don't want it on, you can turn it off. You can change the rain effect, you can turn that off, because obviously it rains literally 24/7 on this game, so if you want to turn it off, you can go ahead and do that. You can put lens flares off so it doesn't make it as, you know, blurry and like Michael Bay kind of looking thing. And then you can change the wheel position if you really want to change it, which looks pretty sick. I'm going to keep it that way you can see those beautiful rims, and then boom, you can take a picture, and that is as easy as it is. It's pretty sick, and honestly, it's probably one of the best things they've added to this game so far, just because it's so easy, it's so advanced, but also at the same time very user-friendly. So thank you very much, Need for Speed, for adding it to the game. So yeah guys, this is pretty much my dream Supra, to be honest. I mean, if I wanted to open up a Supra tuning shop, I would have at least 10 of them, and they'd all be mine. They wouldn't even be customer cars, and I would make them all sorts of different colors and shit. I could tune this car forever. It is just amazing. But anyways guys, that is pretty much the end of... No, please, I'm sorry, I'll slow down. I'm just casually having a drag race with the police car here. There is nothing too special going on. Anyways guys, if you did enjoy the video, please do make sure to leave a like down below, and if you haven't subscribed, make sure to go click that subscribe button. That would be greatly appreciated, so you can stay updated with all of my Need for Speed content, all my GTA content, all of that good stuff, and some more real life car vlogs coming soon enough. I just need to kind of need to get some stuff sorted, but it will be coming soon enough, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Anyways guys, that is it from me. I'll hope to catch you in the next one while this police car cuts me up. But yeah, peace.